Hello, welcome to Roll to One, the show where we have way too much fun and the network that we do it in. I'm Jaden Arnold, and you're currently watching Crow's Curtain Call, our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons version of the Ravenloft setting. We like to call this Crow's Curtain Call, so let's get right to it. Thank you for watching Crow's Curtain Call. The party, making sure that the band truly does get back together, assembled the orchestra. Thomas tested their skills, the Belleviews, and convinced them to travel to Vallaki with him to perform the Tragedy of the Blazing Sun. They prepared their departure where they would scout ahead and retrieve Esmeralda's supplies and wagon. Then the party would head onward to Vallaki and convince the leadership there to send help. Shiv brought along a new friend who was missing her ability to speak and sing. Her name, Vasilka. The 5 of them went onward and encountered the slack-jawed berserker and slayed him in battle. But something more is afoot. They discovered a necklace of a dangerous druidic cult and arrived at the wagon to split supplies and learn of Esmeralda's history. So there you find yourselves, currently there at the tower itself, this strange, isolated place in the middle of nowhere. But she is there, and she's splitting things with you, giving you all kinds of +1 weapons, etc. We've split those all off camera and decided what we want to keep. Gentlemen, what do you do?
Well, it's quite a haul we've got here. Esmeralda, do you by happen chance be able to help me enchanting some of my other weapons?
I'm not a practitioner of magic entirely. I'm only a knight of sorts.
Oh, if only we had a willing practitioner.
I'm just a knight of sorts. The knight of sorts.
I'm just, I've presented you with what I have. Truly.
We're very grateful.
Should we need anything more, let me know, but...
What's in this tower again?
This tower was where I had tracked my... what's it call him?
Master.
We're more of a team. More of a mentor. I tracked him here, and then his scent disappeared. Haven't been able to find him since.
What's inside?
I have been able to enter, but I haven't found anything of use. It is where he was held up, where his shop was, if you understand that meaning.
I believe I do.
Sorry, Common is not my first language.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, I reckon we should probably get going on our way to Vallaki.
Vallaki.
Vallaki is what I meant to say.
They all sounds the same.
Now we're heading back to Crest.
I believe we're going to Vallaki to get soldiers' help.
Oh, okay.
And then we return to Crest with
Very well.
reinforcements.
So hitch up a couple of the horses.
Yeah, I'll hitch up Petunia. Pullet is a stupid name, and it's mean. Her name is Petunia.
Hey, you roll high enough on charisma, you can rename whatever horse you want.
I can do whatever I want. You're
See
right.
your horse.
I will hook up Petunia and then Esmeralda's horse. Esmeralda's alright if I hook up your horse to the cart.
Actually, you don't need to. And she whispers something to the cart. Do you hear that?
Yes.
Do you have a dog?
No. And you see, as she does finish whispering what she whispered, 2 purple spectral horses appear in front of her wagon and raise up the front.
A knight, you say?
A knight of sorts. And she says, I do believe I do hear that. That is intentional. Something is out there.
Was that one intentional as well?
Yes.
That was very intentional.
Alright, Thomas will turn and
Yeah.
will ready his crossbow.
Perception check?
Yeah, I'll make a perception check.
Yeah, go for it.
20.
Hey,
With dark vision.
21.
21.
17.
17, that's good.
Actually, we're in the
Not a
morning.
3 or a 5.
It's like 10.
I'll let you hold on to that one.
Yeah.
Except for when it rolls a 2 next.
Yeah.
So 21, 17,
20.
20. That's what does Esmeralda think? Maybe she'll participate. She does roll pretty well. You see Vasilka kind of like gather near you guys as well. And wow, dang girl. Esmeralda and all of you all notice that in the distance there is a pack of werewolves that have assembled themselves along the road, waiting for you to cross back into there. You're bottlenecked.
Do we see how many?
You do see how many. You see 6 werewolves, 9 werewolves, or 6 normal werewolves and 9 wolves.
Ah.
And the only reason you know this is because Duncan rolled well. And Duncan goes, werewolf, 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 wolf, 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 and like points out the differences because he knows. And you point that out, and Irina says,
Who?
and Irina, wow, that's a weird. Hello, spoilers. Her name is Esmeralda. Wow.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Esmeralda goes.
forget.
There's a lot of characters.
Esmeralda goes. That is impressive, Duncan.
Duncan.
How far away are they?
I will say they are 300 feet from you.
So, I reckon we should leave the horses out of this fight.
That doesn't make sense. It seems though that these werewolves are not hunting. Wouldn't you agree?
Have you any magical protection of your property here that's keeping them away?
My wagon is. I mean, we got all the things that we need. We could buckle into the tower, just wait them out, but it seems that they have the upper hand. They have access to the whole place. We will have to swim.
I think I have.
If we get close enough, we'll have the upper hand.
I
Say
think
120 feet.
Shiv is correct.
Yeah, I'd say we leave them. Wait.
We don't have long though, because I guess if it's almost. I mean, it is the morning, right? Like it's like in the
It's
middle.
9 a.m.
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. So
Yeah.
she's just confused on how they're out. But I guess it doesn't matter in Barovia. She's still confused though, and she makes that known.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I say we take our chances, because we're going to have to face them either way. Leave the horses. Stay together.
I like our chances.
What if we just lobbed ranged attacks from here?
Yeah?
I
Here is a
can't
bit
hit
far.
them.
How many bolts do you have?
Well, I have the 10 that I gave to Thomas. I have a few things that I could do. I could send firebolts.
From
Should we get-
300 feet?
No,
Firebolts
but
are
we could
120.
get closer.
80 is how is where I feel comfortable shooting this crossbow.
Duncan gets out his heavy crossbow. Alright.
Means they'll probably just leave once they know that we can pick them off from far away.
You'd think so. They might charge, but we'll see.
I believe Shiv has
No.
plans.
Okay, I believe. I understand.
I'll go first.
I'll go last.
I'll go.
Okay.
Wait for the signal.
You just start walking forward.
No, say to
I
Esmeralda,
love
wait
Shiv.
for the signal.
Wait for the signal. Just walks.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought he was doing.
Yeah, you what?
Oh,
Right?
that's what you're doing?
Walking, but also, as in don't shoot until you see the signal.
Okay.
I ready my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Roll
I have,
initiative.
I have a spell prepared as soon as they get in range.
Yeah, no, I understand. Because you have that, this encounter's stupid.
Yeah, baby.
I will not make you roll initiative, but what I will do is I will make you spend the spell slot. Because that
As
is
soon
it.
as they get in range, I'm gonna moonbeam them, of course. Or we get in range of them.
So do I need to make a save?
Yes.
So how far across could you move Moonbeam? Because they even when you get
120.
Like,
is when
yeah.
when it is the longest range for the spell, and then I can move it 60 feet.
And there are 14 of them.
I assume
No, 15 of
60
them.
feet in a straight line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I assume.
Just so there's 15 of them. And they're all standing next to each other.
And it's a Constitution saving throw.
15 times 5 is
75.
so you could potentially get most of them. All right, go ahead and just I need to just make a
In
million
2
rolls.
rounds.
In 2 rounds?
2 rounds, because the first round is just dropping it.
Okay, well I'll go ahead and just make those rolls. This might be super easy for you, which is why I'm not wanting to get engaged in this combat if it doesn't matter. Hello, sound. So what am I making here?
Constitution saving throw, I assume over my spell save DC, which is 13.
I'm just gonna roll 15 d20s. Tell you how many were pretty high and how many were terrible.
Isn't your... Oh, no, that was a crit effect.
So we'll see
Is
the
this the-
first... When the moonbeam comes down, they don't know what's going on, and then I get around to move it.
Yeah, I mean they would just be
Start
like
across
they would
it.
start coming towards you and then you would just yeah.
Is this the battle map?
We will not have a battle. I'm telling you. It's really unfortunate. Because I see one natural 20, 2 15s, a 16, and a 17, and then
Are they all-
everything else is low, and then wisdom is +0 to them.
It's con.
Con.
Con is plus more than that, but that's what is the total?
Spell save is 13. Otherwise, they take half damage.
But the
they
transformation is the big one.
This on the failed save, I think.
So yeah, cool. So there are 6 where I did this right.
Oh wait, sorry. A shape changer makes the save with disadvantage.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. Okay, so I have 6 passes total. So
So at least 3 of them are turning back.
yeah, and then 3 of them just go werewolf to human,
And they're on fire.
and they're on fire.
A little bit. Only a little radiant fire. It's not that bad.
And I will say, because of how his all right, narratively, let me describe this because I think
The wolves down. They were turned into people.
so you walk out quietly, and you just I don't know if you guys seen Moon Knight yet, but I just love that imagery. And you just walk up and you stack you have your Morning Star and your shield, and you just hold up your weapons in the air, and you look back up. You see, guys, from the back perspective, his alligator head now upward, and you see his eyes close. They go to full white before they close, and then the moon the clouds move out of the way, and the moon itself, like a magnifying glass on an ant, hits the ground, and all you hear is just this as it moves over the ground, and 3 werewolves just begin to catch fire, and they're like and screaming and in just agony. And the rest of them, as literally in the middle of a thin path, you just see Shiv with his hands open, and then he kind of turns around, gives you the I know I'm cool look, and the werewolves leave.
All of them?
Hmm?
What about the wolves?
Yeah, there's a particular text that says certain things, that if certain things happen, other things happen, which is why I was like, oh yeah, this combat sucks.
Told
So
you, Esmeralda.
that is
That was the signal.
what I was hoping for.
He's pretty
Duncan.
good at that.
Duncan's disappointed he didn't get to use his crossbow.
I mean, but also that was a Shiv moment.
That was definitely. Just comic relief.
It's okay, buddy. You'll get your moment. You know you will. You killed the bad guy
I get killed by
2 episodes ago.
Yeah, and all the wolves follow them.
Cool. Well, forward to Valake.
Lucky.
Key.
All right, I will roll. I love that sound.
That crow.
Got him.
Cool. You guys travel, eagerly awaiting something dangerous. You're now in her wagon and on your horses.
I'm not in her wagon. I'm on my horse.
And
I,
you guys continue to travel.
I'll be in the wagon.
I forgot to hit play on this. I'm just gonna hit play on this. Timers, whatever. That was
Right.
scary. You hear that in the distance?
What was that?
I'm not sure.
It's just that opera you've been talking about.
That's just music. But the other sound was intentional.
Can we do a perception check?
Yeah, you can.
Sure.
Not even a roll, but yes.
12.
14.
18.
Yeah, Duncan's rolling high.
Finally.
Yeah.
And now I'm rolling bad.
Badly.
Oh no. Transferred.
It's okay.
What do you guys rolls? What's your rolls?
18.
14.
14, 18, and 12. 18 is the best here, so we're going to rely off of that. And you see in the distance a town. Do you choose to go, given the sound that just came from that direction?
Yeah.
Where's... which direction is the town?
Is it on the map to visit
we-
where Valaki is?
Can we see the map?
It's right there. Behind his iPad.
What do we do? We love computer sounds.
Of computer sounds.
It's so scary. So are we approaching?
We should have been approaching Valaki.
Yeah, you guys arrive.
Oh,
That was just me of my way of telling you something's going on there.
well, I will approach the
which-
gate.
The old road meanders onto a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and to the south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch a town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolf heads impaled on them.
These are your kind of people, Duncan.
You're telling me.
Yeah, 15-foot high wall, vertical logs, basically like thick rope and mortar. On top of each log, it's like sharpened to a point, and then like the wooden scaffolding hugs the inside. You can see about 12 feet off the ground there are walled guards. Like they're in abundance. So like this place is well defended. This is like your most populated town that you've seen so far. So yeah, you see these gates. You're coming from
West.
Yeah, you're coming from that side. So, I don't have a map of the
It's okay.
town, but you guys do, which is all that matters.
Right here. So we're approaching this gate.
We're approaching the western gate, correct? Yeah.
You do see a path that leads to the right, if you'd like to go downward.
No, I think we'll go into. I think I'll approach. I think I will approach the gate, the front gate, on my horse, Petunia.
Okay. You see some guards. They're carrying pikes, like really tall spears, essentially. They can stab you through the gate when you get close, but you can see them.
Hello. I have been summoned to this town. Sorry.
In character, it's hilarious.
Can we come in?
Yeah. What's your business?
Well, I'm here on invitation, and I'm here searching for a man. I'm searching for 2 different people.
Okay, who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Lucian.
Lucian, you got a name like more than that?
Do I?
Do you?
Conductor?
Nope. Maestro?
The eccentric guy in the church.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. And you said you're looking for somebody else?
I'm just looking for the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, yeah, that's here. You've got the right place. What did you say your name was?
Thomas Rogers.
Thomas. Do we know Thomas? And you see this one woman who's like, I don't know. They seem safe enough. They have women with them, it looks like. So I feel like we can trust them.
It looks like.
You can trust us.
One of them is a golem.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
What's
19.
Yeah, I know.
You can trust us.
And she goes, they seem good enough. All right.
You will trust us.
The gates open,
Mhm.
and you are now.
Oh, good thing that wasn't her chest. Like,
What is your brain doing?
ribcage opened up. We have
I
a flesh
will
golem with us.
ride in and look for stables.
I'm assuming she's in the wagon. Let me just say that.
Yeah, along with me.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
long?
did you let your horse go?
No, that was. Wait. Do we have
You
like
were riding
three?
on a horse. Duncan was riding a horse. I was riding on a horse. They were sharing a horse. She got in the cart, still 4 horses. If you got in the cart too, we're missing a rider for a horse.
Yeah.
We could have
Alright.
tethered one to the.
We could have tied it to
Wagon.
the cart, but I just don't know what we
Also, did we need to have the spectral horses when going into this place?
did. I don't know.
It's up to you guys. They're spectral, like, just because that's just how cool she is. But, like, it's really a matter of if you guys want that or not.
I mean, unless it's gonna freak out.
No,
the
it's not gonna
townspeople.
freak everybody out.
No,
Oh, okay.
Leave it.
Well, I'm running a horse then. Whatever.
Hold on, let me do. You do see though that literally anybody who's not human is just given like the sharpest like, what? And then literally as you approach, the guard is like, is he tame?
Yes. He's smarter than most people I've met.
He won't do you no harm as long as you do him no harm.
Smarter than you.
Do you say that?
To him or to me?
Do you say that?
To him.
I would argue that you're not smarter than me
I love this already.
in character.
I'm sure you would argue.
I'm sure I'm smarter than you.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Welcome to town, boys.
Roll initiative.
No,
I will. Is there a stable?
yeah, there is.
I will find one and dock and go
Dock.
to the stable. Are there people walk? Is it more of a walking city?
Yeah,
that I
there's
can tell?
there's a lot of people. I will tell you right now, this is a very bad rendition of this. It looks like it's barren. You see probably dozens and dozens of people outside setting up streamers, setting up things like things are going on. It's very obviously like they're getting ready for some sort of festival. There's a lot of sun regalia. There's a lot of like kind of like holy stuff going on.
Yeah, I will go to a stable and put Petunia up.
Okay.
And then we'll walk into the center and try to find somebody that looks nice.
Now, Duncan.
Everybody seems very plain, seems very normal. There doesn't seem like there's anything like particularly going on here.
I will approach a older woman and ask, what is everyone setting up for?
Oh, hello. Yes, we are.
She's back.
Yeah, she's back. No, I only have one woman voice.
She says. Oh yes, we are here to celebrate and prepare for the auditions in a week for the opera that is going on. If you're familiar,
I am very much so.
are you? Yes. I'm very excited.
What
Attendance and children are required this year, so everyone will be in attendance.
Amazing. What is the talk of the town on who will be who? How auditions will go?
Oh, goodness. We've got so many new arrivals this year. I'm looking forward to seeing what the young boys and girls put together.
Amazing. Can you point me to the blue? Hey, what's it called?
Water in.
Thank you.
You're looking for the tavern. Yes, it is that lovely blue roofed building over there.
Unbelievable. You are so kind.
Oh, and you are... What is your name?
My name is Thomas Rogers.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Rogers. I hope that you will be well.
I look over to Esmeralda, and Duncan's like, did she say a required attendance?
All will be well.
Yes, yes, it will. Also, don't eat the cake.
And she walks away.
I can't tell if it's real or if it's just a Portal reference.
It's a lie.
I can't tell.
I can't tell if it's real or a Portal reference.
I will approach the Blue Water Inn and kind of like, all right, I'm in my element.
Yeah.
And I will walk in and walk in.
So what are you guys doing in the meantime?
We'll follow.
I'm definitely going with him to the tavern.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, of course. Let's go get a drink. Like mimosas, and then we can talk all night.
Thomas,
you
we're
guys
going wild.
know you're hyped for this set.
Oh my god.
Blue Water Inn. And all the horses are in there too.
Blue Water Inn. Yeah.
And we're leaving Fizz in the carriage.
Yeah, she's not coming inside.
Oh, you're leaving Viz? Viz? That's a cool name. I like that.
Yeah.
Viz, girlfriend.
Viz, Shiv, there are so many names that are the same.
Viz, Shiv. Yeah.
I will rename all of you.
Yes.
They're in this table.
I can only remember one syllable.
I can only remember one. All right. So
2 syllables for my close.
I will tell you what you see as you walk up. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. You see
30 ravens.
many gathering locals, people excited. People are coming in and out. It seems to be a lively place. It's an inn, obviously, but it's also a tavern. And the town is lively and excited for this festival. What do you do?
I want to approach the bar and ask the bartender a question.
Okay, you walk up and you see this cantankerous man, and he has just kind of this look that you almost recognize him. Like he's got something familiar about him. His hair is dark. His hair is slicked back into a kind of almost a ponytail. And he says, "Hello, what can I do for you?
Hi, I'm looking for a man named Erwin.
You found Erwin. What can I do for you?"
I would love to have a private conversation with you about a couple of things, but mainly I'd love to perform at your tavern tonight if you are offering.
Oh, you do performances.
Very much so.
Interesting. What are the rules about this? And she's like, another woman walks out, his wife, clearly. Do I have pictures? I used to have pictures. I do have pictures. Let's do it this way. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Can you see that?
Not really.
Dang it.
I can see it.
Here, just put it on the table. We'll show it.
Oh yeah, we can do that?
Nope,
Yeah.
not your iPad. Move the...
Oh, I gotta pull it up there. Here we go. I'll do it. But anyway, you see he's got a big beard. His wife has got. They all have like a white and black hairdo, kind of thing. I love that they know. They're like they know exactly what I'm looking for.
It's because our computers are listening to us.
They're listening.
They're always listening. They're always listening.
They're always listening. This is so scary. That's so weird. I will pull it up here. But anyway, so you say, and she's like, honey, I'm not sure that we can have more than one bard tonight. We have one already telling stories. I don't know if we need two.
Where's this other bard? I would love to compete to put on the best performance for your audience tonight, of course.
I don't, I'm not I mean, he's over there in the corner. He's been performing by the windowsill pretty much the whole day in the corner. You'll see him.
Perception check to the corner.
Perception check to the corner.
Yeah, what do I see in the corner?
I'll tell you what you see in the corner in a second. What the heck is happening?
We're waiting for you to pull up a picture.
Me too, dude.
Stalling. Stalling as much as we can.
I'm already doing it. It's happening.
Dude, we're in too deep to
It's
not
just
show this picture.
I know.
Yeah, we've talked about it for long
No.
enough that we have to. Oh.
We have to know.
That's not what I wanted. Shark.
We don't need to see it.
No, we do.
Baby.
There it
Oh,
is.
flip it. We'll make it bigger.
There's the Mardukov family.
Beautiful.
Oh, I've seen pictures of him on the internet before. Is he Erwin?
That is Erwin Mardukov.
Sweet. They own this tavern.
Yes, they clearly are the ones who you seek.
Yeah, they own this tavern.
Yes, they do. All right, so
You didn't put up the tavern map.
oh yeah, I forgot. I'm too busy being into this game.
I know.
Sorry.
Well, we won't ask for any more pictures.
No, I know.
Erwin, can I have a short conversation with you before I venture off to have a conversation with this bard?
Are you gonna order a drink?
I'd love one, but I have a message from someone you might know.
Not sure what you mean, but that'll be 5 silver.
I'll give him 5 silver.
Okay. And he pours you a mug of ale.
Um,
Actually, I lied to you. He pours you a glass of wine.
this wine is great. Where'd you get it?
It's in the family.
Oh, that's interesting. Your brother sent me here. Adrian?
He just stops talking. He gets very serious.
Look, your brother and the family home, I'm assuming, not to assume, I apologize, but I am. They need help. The home has been taken over by plant monsters and these scary ladies, and they need reinforcements because they cannot even leave.
Dad sent you?
No. Adrian.
Oh. Okay. So you've already been there. Did you get wine?
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten wine from there?
Mm-hmm.
So it's problem solved.
No, there are dangerous people inside.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that you showed up to tell me about something I already know about.
I'm telling you that your brother needs your help.
I understand, but as you can tell, we're quite busy here.
Understood. That message. Understood. And I will walk over to the bard on the other side of the tavern.
All right. What do you do, Duncan?
I walk up and I say, 1 pint, please.
Duncan, don't pay for anything, I say as I leave.
Is it on his tab then?
You heard the man. It is.
Fills it up and hands it to you.
It's wine.
Thank you.
No, it's beer. It's ale. It's a tavern. They're not gonna like. Of course they have ale.
Wine on tap.
I go sit down to and I say, and a round for my friends, should they be partakers. And then I go and sit down and
You know I'm not.
I know, and I motion to the group. I'm like, hey, let's have a drink. Slam the table with my mug.
Classic barbarian.
All right. I
How
love
does
it.
Esmeralda play this?
How does Esmeralda play what?
So we already know Shiv's answer.
I don't know.
She was like,
She was like, you know what I heard.
Esmeralda walks up and goes, Esmeralda walks up and she says, I'll have the top shelf, please. And then he grabs like a really fancy bottle of champagne, pops it open, and goes, what is the occasion? And she goes, someone else is paying. And has a pipette of champagne. It's a mediocre glass.
What does this bard look like that I approach?
So if you remember, if you can imagine with me, go ahead and imagine if you remember the series of unfortunate events with Jim Carrey or the other unfortunate actor who played him. And because I just choose to ignore that version, and you imagine the hair slick back, the large widow's peak, the kind of the chin beard that comes to a point at the bottom, the shaven face, the circle glasses, in fact, and a brown like long coat that kind of like is expertly weaved and has multiple openings, like this like very impressive jacket, and also they're carrying a book and has a cane as well, a cane with a raven's head sticking out at the point. And this individual, while their glasses are thick, seem to be paying the room full attention, and is engaging.
Is he in the middle of telling a story?
Yes, he is engaging in telling a story.
I will wait until the story ends.
I'm gonna. I think he says something like. He says, and that is when the trapeze artist, actually that's not his accent, shoot, he's the only British guy in this whole thing.
Alright, can you do it? Let's see.
Hello. And that is when he lifted himself, he threw himself backwards, and then all of a sudden, he slammed the back of his head right on the floor. Kasplat! Nobody saw it coming, and everybody was like, oh, what? And then he's like, but then, just then, he got up, back of his head split like a watermelon. But he was alive. Because the necromancer in the corner, and like this story just is like wild, and he's like, it raised him right in that moment. And then of course, and he's telling this nonsensical story that just seems to be made up on the spot. You're a bard, you're familiar with the idea of, I'm out of stories, I've been doing this all day, what do I got left? And it's just left, right, whatever's coming off the dome. And there's no insight required. You can tell that this man is an expert at his craft, storytelling his forte. And he is there, and then as he says, and then, just then, the story stopped because I need a drink. And somebody goes, oh, and then he was like, we'll be right back. He pops his back a little bit. The elderly gentleman sits back in the chair that he was sitting in, and grabs the full bottle of whatever he's drinking, and says, hello.
Hello.
I didn't catch your name.
My name is Thomas Rogers.
I am Rictavio. It is a pleasure.
What a name.
Thank you.
Have you been doing this all day, Rictavio?
I have indeed.
Now, do you mind if I take over for a little bit?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Now, your stories are unbelievable in caliber and in adventure.
Oh, I swear they are all true indeed.
Okay. I would love to bless this tavern with some music, if you do not mind.
No, I do not mind. No, I do not mind. I suppose I might need to take 5. If you have a set prepared.
I do. And then, when you return, I say we leave it up to the people to see who should stay.
No, it's fine. I understand you're new in town. I can clearly tell that. You are quite astonishing with your fluffles, whatever your shirt is.
Can you do anything besides tell stories?
Oh, I can indeed. However, it seems that I thought I already got rid of my monkey, but it seems another one has arrived to take its place. If you have a problem, you can take it up with the Martikovs. Okay. I believe his wife has made it perfectly clear that they're not sure what to do here. So
why not leave it up to the people?
What the people? Do you guys want to hear the rest of my story? And everybody's like, yeah, I don't like the, See?
They don't know what they're missing. Take 5. I will cover. And then if you return and they would like to listen to music instead, you can drink on my tab all night.
I cannot argue with that. Winch! I need more, please. And he walks over and gets another drink.
Thomas will.
Guidance.
You're great. And we'll take his out of his pocket just this old pelt. It's just square, and we'll hold it to his lute, and like will look like he is like cleaning it, but will cast enhance ability, and give himself Eagle's Splendor.
Go on.
And then we'll begin to play and sing, and we'll do a he will tell the story of Lyra's night, but we'll do it through song. And yeah, that's what he'll do.
Okay.
Hit it.
Go ahead and roll for me. That was totally an accident. The music that just existed.
Perfect.
Trying to read. 24. Nope. Yeah, 24.
I do have... Do I have it? No? 24?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. My subconscious heard it. That was impressive.
Thank you for the guidance.
Proud of you.
That made all the difference, didn't it?
I mean, he gave me 2 more, but
Okay.
I rolled pretty bad. And I'll perform for 10 minutes and finish this telling of Lyra's night through one song. And then we'll bow as I finish. And hopefully they clap.
And I think even Rictavio stands up and he's just like,
Slow clap.
bravo! Brava! Yes. Well done. Well done indeed. Well done indeed. He's nothing but high praise for you.
I will perform for the next... For as long as you guys want to do stuff, I'll sing.
And he walks up to your table as he's performing
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Oh, hello. I'm afraid we haven't met, but you're on his tab, I believe. I suppose he won the deal. I shall be joining you and on your tab." And he sits down and says, "Hi, I'm Rictavio. Who are you? You are just astonishing, you creature. Tell me about yourself, please."
I am Shiv.
You are Shiv. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. And who are you?
Well, he's not much of a talker. I'm Duncan.
You are. Tell me about yourself, Duncan. Yes.
I'm a monster hunter. Here escorting your friend over there.
Wow.
What's your business? How'd you come to Vallaki?
I am but a
Miss-
traveling circus conductor, and I have been at it for quite some time, and I'm growing old and decided that maybe I need to stay a while and practice in one place than to just travel all the time.
Mr.
Rictavio?
Rictavio.
Yes, and who are you, ma'am? And she says, "I am Esmeralda. That is all. Go away." And he's like, "So rude. Your girlfriend is being quite the rude person."
Duncan just chuckles and keeps drinking.
And she's like, "He's handsome, but that is not why I'm here. I am a monster hunter as well. And I believe so is the lizard folk." He says, "Okay, I see I'm not welcome. Delightful then. What should we drink?" And he's like, "I think we should have shots." And he gathers 4 shots for you guys. Puts one in front of all of you.
Duncan takes shivs.
He knows what I drink.
Oh god. Hey, there's one person in this room that I don't care if you eat.
And he says,
My next song will be
oh yes,
about Shiv, the flesh eater. And I will tell the story of this obviously made up
yes,
lizard person who loves to eat people.
great. That's wonderful.
And
I don't
it will
need to make a
definitely
roll.
be
I'm sure
it
it's
will
great.
definitely be loud enough that it is in Rick Tarbio's ear.
And he's like, yes, and
Use
says,
songs
he
for
says,
violence.
to the Raven folk, and may we find them. And puts up his shot.
Duncan side eyes to Ez for like pointers on if that's culturally appropriate.
And she's like, I'm not sure. That's not something I've heard.
He shrugs. Downs both.
And she goes, I got the worm. and downs it. And you guys, he offers as many as you're willing to take of those. So how many is too many for Duncan, unless you want to
Good
stop?
question.
After 30 minutes, Thomas will stop. And I'll be
How
like,
many
I have one more
is
place to
too
go
many for
before we can
I'd say he gets
do our
buzzed on
business here
5.
to them. But we'll get there in a second.
So you say he gets buzzed?
Buzzed on 5 shots.
All right, that's fair. And then you guys do all 5? Yes, no, maybe so?
I think
I mean-
we do 3 shots, which is 6 for Duncan because he keeps taking shifts.
All right, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Hey, this dice better roll good, or I'm going to throw you off of this
And
table.
because you're Duncan, you can make it with advantage.
Praise God. I had that one. Oh, no, you want another heavy one?
Sure. All right, here we go, guys.
Please. You want to roll it here?
You're like, please. Okay. All right.
That's what I'm talking
All
about.
right. So, dirty 20.
Wow. So you like shrug it off. You're like, oh. Just kind of like feels gross, and you're fine, and you're like, why did I do that?
It's a Tuesday.
It is a Tuesday.
And Rictavio is like, very good, Bard. You're so good. Yes. Wow. I've had so
It's
much fun. Yeah.
You guys are trash.
Yeah. Not even surprised.
Their revenge
and he's
drinking
like-
on your tab.
He's like, I should be going. Should you find time, please talk to my friend Blinksky. He's a nice man, and you should be his friend. 'Cause he needs friends. Everyone needs friends. And then gets up.
Crying.
And then walks away, a little emotional.
After 30 minutes, Thomas will come down and say, well, I have one more place I need to go before we can seek soldiers to escort the orchestra here.
All right.
What was the name of that circus person? I'm gonna write his name down real quick.
Rick Tavia.
She pops something that she pulled out from her
and
pocket.
blinks.
She keeps.
Esmeralda pulls like a little clear liquid out and like pops it and drinks it and then puts it in her pocket.
Duncan's like, you want more? More after that?
No, that was antitoxin.
Did you hear what I say?
What?
You hear what I
What
sang?
did you say? Oh,
I
no,
sang,
tequila. Tequila. Yeah. No, she said that was antitoxin.
You have any more?
Yes, I do. I have one more.
Well,
I'll let you know if I need it.
time to
be
find
You'll be fine.
Maestro Lucian to the church.
Before we
the
go,
church.
I believe I did find something familiar about Zen Man, and I think we should watch him.
Agreed.
What kind of watching?
Depends. If we want to go find where he lives, maybe see what he does.
I could go alone to the church. You guys can follow him.
I don't think that it is matter to us. If you make it to your destination, they get paid, and I can get on to my business that I need you all for.
All right.
Maybe the three of us can, maybe we'll split up even more and handle some things that we need in town before the big adventure.
Yes, it is noon, let's say, right?
Sure.
So we got 2 hours back. No, 3 hours back. So we got to leave at 1 if we're going to be able to get there and get back by sundown.
If you're trying to do it in a day, they understand.
I think we can wait till tomorrow just to give us the best opportunity.
So the signs around town says the audition is in a week, so you're fine.
Yes, no, I'm. That is a good point, Esmeralda. I just worry about their safety.
Weren't you going to convince that one guy to help his brother?
I feel like that might be something you're better at. You saw what's inside.
What, the 2 druids and the...
Yeah,
The
you just
plant
told me.
guys.
I feel like you'd make a little more. I'm going to go to the church if you want to try to get through him, which I feel like you might succeed.
Alright.
Be my guest.
Also, Octavio just did a ritual shot thing, whatever you say before you down alcohol. He
Toast.
said, that's it. He toasted to
So-
finding the raven folk.
There's a lot of ravens around here, I've noticed.
I can hear them.
All the whole time.
43 ravens.
43.
He just knows. That's so great.
He said it on the way in.
Did you
too.
use your inspiration already? No, I think you
Oh,
did.
yeah.
When you
Yeah.
got you have it again.
Thomas will leave and say thank you for letting me perform at your tavern, and I will leave.
And he's she. I don't know who do you talk to? Her. She says, that was wonderful. You're welcome to stay free tonight if you should see a room. We provide one room per the bard situation. So, thank you for coming. And we look forward to seeing you again maybe tomorrow.
Thank you. I should be back tonight.
You have clearly increased the clientele, and it's true they have increased as you have begun playing, and they are like disappointed when you stopped, and everybody's like, "Come back tonight! No, come on!"
Oh, I'll be back. I'll be back, and better.
And then some guys like, "We want more Shiv. I want more Shiv." Whoever this lizard folk man is like super cool.
Okay. We will tell the story and more stories of Shiv tonight, and maybe there might be an appearance. And that's what I'll say. And then I'll
I'm like
leave.
right behind you.
He's sitting in the tavern.
Duncan just punches Shiv in the arm and laughs.
You punch and it's just like scales. It's like, nope, it doesn't work. Yeah, like whatever that sound is.
And I will leave. Whether they figure
Yeah.
out that he's Shiv or not.
I love it. So you guys go out there and Esmeralda, you see she had her like pipe of champagne, but if you remember, it didn't ever say she drank it. So she walks out to the wagon, opens the wagon door, hands Vasilka a drink, and then closes the door again.
Who'd you knock over?
Himself.
Everybody.
Everyone.
You guys do not have to follow me, but I will head to the church.
All right, so where are you guys going? There are all kinds of places. You guys have the map in front of you. Whatever seems interesting, I will tell you the locations that you can go.
It's just a mess.
I love you guys. You're hilarious.
That was so truthful, wasn't it?
What?
I'm just kidding.
So basically, there is like a bunch of town houses. There's like a church. There is, I mean, it's not really a church. It's more of like a, you can tell it's been, the most of the religious iconography has been stripped from it. But it still has its, its
Trying
steeple.
to see what like N1 and do you have is there another little small legend?
No, I have the legend. So what are you looking for?
I'm just looking at it.
N1 is the church. N2 is the inn.
Okay, so we're at N2 right now.
Yep. N3 is the mansion for the burgomaster who you have not met of this town.
Okay. If we don't know what it is, you can skip it.
Well, no. These are things that I'm sure people would tell you if you just asked. You're like, where is this? Where is that? N4 is there's another like wealthy noble woman who lives there. That's like you can call it noblewoman's house for your brain. And then there is N5 is the stockyard, which is like where they keep kind of things that are going on, a lot of wagon storage and all that kinds of stuff. Should you feel interested, N6 is the coffin maker's shop. But he's also currently working on set pieces. He's a set builder when he's not doing coffins. And then N7 is a toy shop who has also been working on like pieces and like set props and stuff. N8 is the town square. N9 is off the map, so I won't talk about it there.
Okay, cool. I will head to the church.
All right, where are you guys going in the meantime?
Um,
You can go with him, or you can stay. You could ask more questions here. You could try to figure out some things.
well, what was Esmeralda's suggestion again?
Esmeralda said,
Follow
I just
Rotavio.
want to see what he's up to.
Yeah, I'm interested too.
Are you going with Esmeralda?
You and Esmeralda? Shiv, what do you want to do?
I think Shiv was going to ask the innkeeper if he wanted to go help his brother, because apparently Thomas thought that was a good idea.
I want to wait on that. We'll get back to that because I want to know how that goes.
Just sticks around.
We're going to go ahead and start with Duncan and Esmeralda. Duncan and Esmeralda, you go off in the direction following behind Rictavio, who is stumbling. He's stumbling a little bit. You see under his hand, he's holding some sort of a folded napkin with some like you can see like an apple in his hand as well.
All right.
He's holding some things like that, and he goes towards the toy shop. He's following in the direction of the toy shop. Should we continue to follow him?
These ravens are so loud.
What?
And it's intentional. They're there's tons of ravens here.
What is a circus master going to the toy shop for?
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they're friends.
Maybe.
And so you see the toy shop. He walks up to the toy shop and he opens the door. You hear the little bell ringing, and you see that it says the Cramp shop has a dark entrance portico above which hangs a wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a bee engraved on both sides. Flanking the entrance are two arched lead-framed windows. Through the dirty glass you see jumbled displays of toys, hanging placards bearing the sign "Is no fun, is no Blinksky." Blinsky.
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 Blinky.
Blinky. Blinsky. Yeah, Wheezy. All right. Blinsky. And she says, it seems like that is the one he said to say hi to.
Hey, his friend Blinsky.
The toy maker?
I guess. Lonely job?
Hey, should we wait till he comes out or should we go in? I'm used to hunting monsters, not seeing what people are up to.
Your guess as good as mine. I'm used to drinking and hunting monsters, not stocking toy makers and shop or circus ring. I'm a little drunk.
Okay, you can have your inspiration. That was great. Tell him where to put that.
What do you mean you're not good at
Just
improv?
basically mark it.
It's fantastic.
You have basically it's like a free reroll when you want it.
I'm a little drunk. That's great. And she says, I don't know what we should do.
Let's just keep an eye on him. What else have we got to do?
I don't know, but it looks like that the town is getting ready for this sort of production. The way that Thomas talked about it, he seemed like he was going to be more excited than what it actually was, but it seems that the people actually care about it. So, like he's one of those kinds of, like, oh, it's so cool, but it's not cool kind of things,
Yeah, I realized when we were talking to that old lady back there, she said required attendance.
Yes, that is a strange thing that I missed, but if you say that is true, then it must be.
They seem excited, so...
It could be false. Could it be like something that's... And also, why would you ever tell an old woman your name? Is he stupid?
My friend's not as world-weary as you and I.
We've seen a thing or two about the fairy people, but...
Yes. Well, at least he didn't give him his last name, so...
Did he?
I don't think so.
But I thought she said it.
For sure he did. For sure he said his full name.
God help him.
Yes, that is a thing that people are doing more and more. Saying that there is only one.
Well,
God, yes, that is.
well, it's true.
Yes, you must be drunk. And she like lifts her backpack a little bit and kind of like resituates it, and then begins to walk towards the toy shop.
Yeah.
All right, so now we will cut back to the man who gave the old woman his name, Thomas. All right, Thomas, you are outside of the church. Let me give you the description
church.
of this place. You see this massive, centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple and walls lined with crack-stained glass, windows depicting pious saints, a very large circular glass paned in like space. You can see in through the front doors that are both open a tile floor that is immaculate. We'll get in there should we need to, but just a beautiful cathedral. To the west of it is a like graveyard just full to the brim, but it seems like that is largely unkempt. You do see that the church itself is adorned with the signage that posts the Blazing Suns, the tragedy of the Blazing Sun, and St. Andrew's Players as well. Signage that displays previous shows. You see that they've outfitted kind of the like an outdoor fountain to be sort of like a where you would do tickets. I forget what that place is called.
Box office.
Yeah, like a box office. Basically, they've outfitted that into like having a glass piece that goes halfway down, and like the whole situation. And you see there is a boy who's just sitting in there like super bored at the box office space.
Classic.
And that's what you see.
I'll walk up to the box office then.
And then he's like, "Hello, welcome to St. Andrew's Players. Are you here to audition?"
I am here to sign up for auditions, yes.
Finally, yeah.
Look for Lucian.
You're looking for who?
Lucian?
Lucian. You're looking for Lucian. And can I get your name?
Thomas Rogers.
Thomas Rogers. Give me 1 second. I'm not seeing it here. And he like gets off this like high boosted chair. And you see this individual. He is probably he's probably in his mid-20s. His hair splits down the middle, black hair, kind of fairly long. He's very broad-shouldered, kind of a bigger, heavy, not heavy, but like muscular guy. And his, I mean, he probably pull Lane, you know, he's a good-looking dude. And so he walks around and he grabs kind of like a big club that he drags behind him, and he says, "Oh, sorry, you can never be too careful." And he just continues to walk in that direction, and he walks inside the church, and you don't hear from him for a second. Do you do anything while you're outside?
I think I make sure my lute is tuned, and then play a little bit of the overture, just like
Like a
a
warm-up?
rendition
Yeah.
of the overture, but not even really singing, just kind of hearing it in my brain to make sure that it stays fresh.
The guy walks over again. He comes back out, and he's like, "I'm so sorry. I did not know who you were. Please forgive me. That is my bad. We have since updated the list.
No worries at all.
That's my fault.
My bad.
I am very sorry. My name is Milivosh.
Milavash?
I am essentially I'm the ticket master, whatever that means. He's the new thing he's working on. He's very eccentric. Yes, you're here to see Lucian Petrovich. Yes, Lucian Petrovich. He
You have a last
is
name now.
Yes, he is the maestro of this production. We are very glad that the production went off without a hitch last time. This new show that he has been working on for quite some time, and is finally, obviously, it's been released, and the world is very excited to see it. Give me 1 second. Yes, Mr. Rogers, I am sorry. Auditions are in a week.
Yes, I just want to check in with Lucian, let him know that I'm here, kind of get us hear the space. I'd love to warm up in the space, hear how it sounds, so that when I'm practicing in other spaces, I can sing the way that I need to fill this space rather than the space that I'm practicing in.
Yes, I understand. You just want to enter. You are more than welcome to enter. We have an open door policy. Give me 1 second. I am curious. Wow, my Russian accent is now French. I'm very curious of one thing, please. I want to know Are you going to be auditioning alone, or are you auditioning in with a co-lead? Do you have a particular interest in auditioning alongside someone in particular, or are you going to just be auditioning alone for the role of Saint Andrew?
I think that if Lucian recommends that I audition with someone and has someone he would like me to audition with, then I will do what he recommends, but I can absolutely audition on my own.
As you
This
see,
is like
I'm
real life right now.
what?
It's like real life right now.
Yeah, no, I got you. He says, we are, if you come back tonight, he should not be busy with the set building and traveling, and he's sort of a one-man producer as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Very difficult for him. I believe currently, he is currently with Rekolova. Wilhelmina, that's her name. Her first name is Wilhelmina. She is the costume designer. He's probably with her now. She's kind of pissed right now, so I don't know how long that will be.
I can go.
No, really, I'm not trying to waste your time.
I understand.
I'm just trying to understand what to tell you here. He
can
could
go
be
ask him.
he could be with Vandervoort.
Is he here at the church?
No, he's not. He comes back in the evenings to make sure that all things are in order.
Understood. What time? So I have I am returning to the Blue Water at probably an hour before sundown.
Yes, that'll be fine.
When
he
do you
should
think
be,
he should be here?
he tends to come back when the sun is set.
After?
Yes. It's not that he doesn't. Well, he's you can see him in the daytime. Let's not make you worry. Goodness. But no, you should be fine. He will be back when the sun is set. If you need to see him now, you can check with Mr. Vandervoort at the coffin maker shop, or you can check in with the shoemaker. Wilhelmina is the costume designer of this show. No, yes, she's the costume designer. The shoemaker Udo is where you should find. Sorry, I'm just very. It's a lot to process.
Understood.
It's
mind if I-
like Milovac is not like smart in this context.
Do you mind if I step inside and
No,
just sing
you
for a
are
moment?
welcome to go in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for all the information.
Yes, glad I could.
And I will leave.
He is like very like me right now. Just like that's so much to do. All right. So now we're back at Shiv. As you begin to walk inside the church, we're back at Shiv. So Shiv, you stand there, and you see this large, bearded man with hair slicked back and pulled into a lower pony, and he is serving drinks to people that have since arrived since Thomas has begun playing. Excuse me. Things are more lively. But anyway, he says,
Was playing.
"What can I do for you?"
So, were you going to go help your brother?
You're another person asking me about my brother?
I guess I must be.
I don't know what I can do for you. I'm not particularly interested in that line of questioning and ideas
Why is that?
because it's none of your damn business.
Why not? We were there. We made a deal.
You made a deal with who?
Your names are all the same to me. Anders? No. Started with an A.
I'm assuming you're meaning Adrian.
That sounds right.
Okay. Why should I even take up your charge, lizard folk?
Don't you get wine from there?
I suppose we did.
You have all you need?
Make a persuasion check.
Three.
Yeah, listen, you're new in town, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not interested in helping out my deadbeat dad. Okay?
Thomas is back.
I like to think that like that's people getting ready for things and like practicing their instruments and things.
My
So-
deadbeat dad.
So I don't know what you're trying to do here, but alright, here. Come back tonight. He pulls out a piece of paper and he says, should you be interested in understanding more, you seem like the kind of guy who can keep his mouth shut. So I'll write down
Shiv says nothing.
Yes, he writes down like his name. It's just Erwin Mardukov, and just says, "Keep this feather." And then he pulls a little black feather, and he wraps it up. And like as he pulls the paper through the feather, it becomes a long piece of paper that like almost accordions. And then he pushes it, and it's a little square. And he hands it to you.
This looks like the feather that your brother put in the pocket of Duncan.
Where is this feather?
I assume it's still in his pocket.
Bring him.
All right.
Then he pulls away.
Great idea.
Shiv will take the paper.
Great idea.
Why is Shiv so good at D&D? Oh, man.
Yes, it worked.
So, as Esmeralda walks in the direction of the toy shop, what do you do, Duncan?
I follow, and I just decide to walk into the toy shop.
Okay. So you guys get to the toy shop, you hear the little ding 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 that happens on the... There is literally a sound for everything.
You go with the bell for the door opening.
No, I don't need that.
Oh.
Alright, so you walk in and you see there is a really an individual there, and he is very large. Like he's like a very like heavier set individual, and he's got a goatee, and his eyes are brown, and he's got a monkey on his shoulder, like a capuchin monkey that is like a white face and a black kind of like mouth area, and he's wearing, on one side is a purple, on the other side is a green, like jester's out hat essentially. He's very, like I said, he's a heavier set man. And he says, "Oh, hold on," and like he says, "Welcome, friends, to the House of Blinsky, where happiness and smiles can be bought at bargain prices. Perhaps you know a little child in need of joy, a little toy for girl or boy."
I love him.
It's no fun, it's no Blinsky.
I love him.
This is Piccolo. He is my monkey.
I thought his name was Tobin.
No,
Please tell me the monkey is like having none of it and like smoking.
the monkey's like,
Yes.
and you just see this man. He's like, he's just there. He is, and he's like, "Do you want to buy something?"
No.
It's a toy shop.
We are told, you're looking for friends. You are Blinsky, no?
I am Blinsky.
Do you know...
He's no fun. He's no Blinsky.
Do you know Rictavio?
Ricky T.
It's back.
Yeah, I know. I got you. He is my best friend.
How do you know him?
We are like
He's his best
such
friend.
great friends. He gave me Piccolo. Say hi, Piccolo. Straight up. Sorry for the world. He had to.
That's so funny.
He gave the middle finger.
Okay.
He doesn't like you.
I feel like Tobin would do that if he could.
Our cat, yes, he will.
Most cats would.
I mean, does Esmeralda have anything to say?
She's not even there.
No, she's in there. She walks in behind him,
Okay.
and she's like, "Oh my goodness, this is a very nice toy shop." And he's like, "Thank you." Yeah. What do we do? You guys, you want to buy something?
Is he not in there? I thought we just followed him in there.
Look around. Make a perception check.
Yeah, perception check.
Please roll good. Please roll good. Please roll good.
Okay. Okay. So, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You catch just the littlest sound of a squeak coming from the back of the place. Like you hear a.
And is it like behind?
It's like behind the
clerk?
shop, the back of the shop.
So it's like it would be weird if I went back there.
It's like you went out the back,
Ah.
like you ducked in, and then she's like, "What?"
You know, Blinsky, I really appreciate your shop here, and you know we might come back later and buy some of your fineries, but I think my accomplice and I need to.
Piccolo,
to
shut
leave.
the heck up! And Piccolo's like, and he's just like, "Okay, sorry." What are you saying?
It's been like 30 seconds now.
I think we better be going, but it was great meeting you, and we'll keep you in mind for if we need any toys in the future.
Yep. Goodbye.
And we leave.
It's no fun. It's no Blisky. And she's like, "Oh my gosh." So what? Did you notice something?
That guy was fucking weird.
You're telling me.
Drop it on him.
Sorry.
He's very strange. However,
also-
Zets. I mean, people like Zats are have souls, and they are helpful to the world and make the world a better place.
Yeah, he just creeped me out,
He's just
man.
very scary. Wow.
Anyway,
He comes by it honestly. I hope.
our pal ducked out the back, so he clearly doesn't like being followed.
That's interesting. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard, I saw it, noticed it in the back.
You continue to get more impressive, Duncan. That is interesting. What if... So we lost him. Is that what we're saying?
Do we have enough time to like circle around the back and find him?
I feel like if we did that, then we would alert him even further that we were following him. Seemed innocent enough at first.
Well, I'm sure Shiv is interacting with the local populace well enough.
What if we asked Blinsky about Rictavio, seeing what he knows as a point of information rather than just a means to entry?
I like the way you think, Esmeralda.
Well, you take the lead. So far, you're the best detective of us both.
Alright. So we walk back in.
You walk in, and you hear the ding ding, and he immediately goes. He immediately does the little song again. He's like, "Welcome, friends, to the house of Hello again. It's you. I don't have to do this song.
No, you do not.
Do you want
Blinsky.
Do you want a toy?
You know, we have a companion of ours who does want a toy. She's an older woman, but she's a gentle soul, and I was wondering if you had anything that would just cheer her up.
Well, what is making her sad?
She wants to
Well.
be a musician.
She wants to be a musician. I have just the thing. And he walks over.
A wooden larynx.
The smallest violin ever.
He walks over and he grabs this musical merry-go-round with figures of snarling wolves chasing children in place of prancing horses.
Amazing.
And he's like, "This is 9 silver pieces."
Oh,
I don't have it working yet. That's my mouth.
you know what? We'll take it. It's perfect.
Okay, you give him a gold piece.
I give him a gold.
All right, you get 1 silver piece back. So you lose a gold piece and you add 1 silver.
Who is sawing?
The capuchin.
Yeah, the monkey's in the back like, "I don't get paid enough for this." Piccolo's like, "This is not my first choice. It's not what I meant to do."
back there sawing out.
I was supposed to be in the
chairs.
circus.
Say, Malinsky. I keep slipping into Russian.
It's really fun. When you say Blinsky, I mean, it just begs you to.
Blinsky.
Yes, what is you wanting?
What would you say your friend does around town? We would like to know more about his circus.
You're talking about Ricky T?
Yes.
Ricky T. Yes. Piccolo? Hey, shut the hells up, okay? Okay. Alright, he's so loud, but I love him because he's my only friend. That hurt to say.
Except for Ricky T, right?
No, Ricky T is like one of those friends that shows up when he wants something, but not when he's not. You know?
I feel you there.
But he at least comes around and brings me food. So he's a good friend. Yes, he has been being so nice. I've begun to train Piccolo to fetch toys from hard to reach places. I also gave him a tutu, but it seems he likes to be naked instead.
Are we talking about Piccolo?
Oh, you meant Ricky T. No, he gave me Monkey. That's about all our friendship is.
Oh, yeah, we covered that. I was more curious about his circus. Do you know anything about where his circus is at in town, or?
He had me make him something specific. That's all I know. Let me get it.
Yeah.
And he walks up. Piccolo, shut the hells up. And he goes, and every time that monkey does something, I'm gonna do that because that's so annoying. And he goes and grabs a ventriloquist dummy. And this ventriloquist dummy has a pretty harsh willow's peak, black hair that pulls straight back, wearing a red kind of fancy jacket, long fingernails, and in a kind of like grayish skin. The nose kind of pulls up, and you see these white little fangs that come off of it. And he says, "I made this for Ricky T.
Ah.
Look, it dances."
I look at Esmeralda because we both notice that's clearly a vampire.
Esmeralda's like, "That is what I wanted to talk to you about, actually."
You know, Ricky, you've been very helpful. I thank you for the gift. We're gonna be on our way now.
No, this gift is 9 silver pieces.
No, it's alright. I think she'll be happy with this merry-go-round just well enough.
I don't know about
Can I use that name? That's brilliant.
Sure.
He was going to call it the scary-go-round.
The scary-go-round.
You already have inspiration. Stop it.
He was gonna call it scary go round. I don't have any.
And he's like, "He's no fun. He's no Blinsky. Bye-bye."
Bye-bye. We leave.
Yep, and you leave.
So now we're headed back to the...
In.
How do we feel about that? I feel
What?
like we just learned something.
What did you want to tell me that that you've been holding out on?
She looks around. She pulls you into the back alley, pretty hard against the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and goes, "What do you know about this vampire?"
I don't know about this vampires, but I fought vampires before.
"How many?"
4 or 5.
"So you've killed them all?"
It was them or me, so yeah.
"We have more to talk about soon.
Alright.
I'm going to go do some shopping of my own. I'll meet you back at the Blue Water tonight."
Aye.
She like scampers off towards the back of the alley and disappears around the corner.
Alright, I head back to the wagon. Or to the blue end. To find Shiv in the wagon and the
Alright.
rest of the group.
Now we pull back to Thomas. Okay, Thomas. You are entering this beautiful church. And you immediately walk in, and there is just a amazing cathedral. Like I said, I might as well pull it up for you. All right.
All right. Why would you close that? We're gonna go back.
Yeah, we'll go back if we need to.
Why wouldn't we need to?
Leave me alone.
Uh-oh. Now I'm scared. He's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
That's not what I pulled up. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hey man, you're the one who gave your name away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
We'll
Oh,
remember
man.
you fondly.
I don't know if
You're
you
not
can tell how
allowed to
big
eat
this
him.
place is, but it's huge.
It's massive. Yeah. Massive.
So yeah, you're out here.
How are you going to remember it?
Will you put Thomas over there? Thomas walks straight to the stage that's at the back.
Okay. So there it is, the back.
Stands on it. Pulls. Is there an organ in here?
Is there an organ in there? There is not an organ in there because the picture that I found online didn't have one. But I would say that there is 100% an organ in here.
Yeah. Thomas will
Is this the stage?
Yeah.
Where's that?
approach
that's
the
the
organ.
It's good enough.
Yeah, the back, basically the back middle, basically.
Thomas will approach the organ, like crack
Sure.
his knuckles, sit at it, and will play the end of Act 1 organ reduction and sing, just hearing it in combination with the organ and with the space, and will sing his heart out, even if it's by himself to no ears, just to hear the kind of sound he is able to bring in this space.
Just like Stevie Wonder.
You see a boy kind of peek around the corner and kind of listen to you play as you're playing this like eerie but pretty song. And it's good. Like it's really good, but it's dude, it's so weird. There's like all of these voices. Weird. Weird. Anyway, I'll play those one day. For now, you are in there, and this little boy is kind of watching you play and is very impressed by your organing.
And he's singing also.
What? I'm doing good, I think. Yeah, I've got 48 minutes.
Look at your recording. We started late.
Okay.
I think I'm doing okay.
I was just
Yeah.
double checking.
No,
I
we
was
just-
I was trying to do it like incognito.
No, I got you.
We
It's fine.
just started.
Stop to
We
talk
just
about
started late.
Yeah, no, that's my bad.
Right,
We're all good.
and we're back.
And so you see this boy looking at you, and do you do anything changing in the way that you're acting at all?
No, playing and singing, just as
All right. So yeah, you definitely see that this place is going to be beautiful. Like it's going to be great for a stage. If they rearrange the chairs and they basically set up everything, it's a very small, compact stage. But you know the show is mainly about, and plus magic helps. But the show is mainly about like these four characters that kind of interact with each other, and have. I mean, the people of Vallaki might know the story, and you know the story, but the story itself is largely unknown. A lot of people have no idea because it's such a new show, and you're just on the inside understanding it. And so the boy walks out, and when you finally finish, he says, "Where did you learn that one?"
when or where.
Yes.
I was sent the music. And I have just not relatively recently, and was asked to come sing.
I know that song.
Really?
Yeah. I heard that back at home.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's been played outside very loudly. That song, the one on the organ,
Mm-hmm.
it's very loud, but I hear it sometimes
Very
outside.
loud organ. Most organs are very loud.
Yes. Who are you?
My name is Thomas.
Okay. Are you a stranger?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I was just coming to sing one song, and then I was going to leave.
Normally, there's only two people that can touch the organ. And that is Milovosh and Lucian. But
I'm a friend of Lucian's.
oh, okay. Then and he pulls out a little letter, and it's like a little envelope the size of like an iPhone or a Samsung, and like hands it to you. And he
Thank
says,
you.
"Friend of Petrovich, Lucian Petrovich," and it just says "Friend of Lucian Petrovich."
That's what the letter says?
That's what the letter says.
Like when I open it?
No, like that's
Oh,
what the letter's
It's
addressed
Oh, okay. Thank you.
to. He nods his head, and he runs out of the building,
Okay.
like out of the building. Yep.
Okay, I will walk out of the building, and as I
Why
walk,
is this letter ticking?
I will open it.
Make a perception check just real quick while you look outside.
17.
Where's the kid? He just like left and then
Vanished.
yeah.
Weird. I'll open the letter.
You like take your little dagger out, cut open the top, and pull it all out, and like have it in front of you, and it says to Thomas. It says, "I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet you on your arrival. I'm indisposed right now, but I promise I will see you soon. Auditions are in 1 week, but should I need you, I will send another letter. You'll know. It'll come by Raven. I'll be there tonight should you want to see me. If not, continue to warm up. Bring a partner if you must. But above all will be well." Maestro Lucian Petrovich.
Awesome. I will.
Is that what Thomas says? Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas reads it, and it's like, oh yeah, cool. Put it in his pocket, and we'll walk back to the inn.
Radical.
Yeah, lit.
Oh,
Lit.
unbelievable. And you can't
Sick.
laugh. at
Totally
those
wizard.
things.
You're
can't
like,
laugh.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you can't laugh at those things. Walking spoiler.
So now we get back to Shiv. What do you do, Shiv, while you are...
I don't know what's happening.
I'm just kidding.
What are you doing, Shiv?
Well,
Till sundown, what is your plan? Because everybody else kind of has their own thing they're doing, except for really you right now.
that's true. I suppose he'd go to the church. Actually,
Okay.
first, like, peek his head in the carriage, make sure Viz is all right.
And
kinda
she
just left her
and
there.
she's like, and she like smiles at you, and then she's like holding her nose, and then she's just missing a nose, and she's like,
She was like,
and like put it like where your nose is,
no, put that back.
and she's like, and you can tell there's like 7 or 8 champagne glasses in here, and she's like. Ooh. Like if she could, she'd be like really.
I know. She was like,
out
where
of
did she
it.
get more? She didn't even leave.
And she's just in the carriage.
It's like, she'll be fine. So heading off toward the church because he doesn't know where Duncan went.
All right, so as you head over towards the church, you see Thomas pull out of the church. Like both of the doors are open, and he's standing at the front. His feet are together in his usual about to sing pose, and he cuts open a letter, reads to himself, looks up, and there you are.
Well, hello.
Yes.
How did your talk go?
I'm not sure.
That's the perfect answer. Well, it is, I guess, almost sundown. Let us return. You probably heard me sing at the end. Let's return to the inn.
I try not to.
Appreciate it. Let's return to the inn. Hey, I will give you 50 more gold by yourself when I pay you guys after the audition. If tonight at the bar you do your moon thing again, but don't hurt anybody.
I'm not sure that's the way it works.
Well, can you do it pretend or do it and not hit anybody? This is Joey and Thomas asking.
I mean, he's like opening the power of the moon.
I'm
upon
basically saying, can you miss all of the targets in the bar? Can you just not hit everybody?
I can do other things.
So you see, Duncan is walking back, and then
Guess
Oh,
we're heading
there
back
they
toward the
are.
inn, right?
now you're all together.
Oh, Duncan, hello.
Oh.
I can do things like making the ground shake.
I think just your presence will be enough. Can you pretend like you know how you acted when you got rid of those werewolves on our way here? Will you do that for me?
Lads, we have a problem.
One moment. I will do what we discussed if you can do that for me tonight.
Sure.
Amazing. You'll know when. Just wait for the signal. Oh, hello. Okay, sorry.
Are you quite finished?
Yes, I am. What's up? What's wrong?
Great. We might have vampires here.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What do we do? Monster hunters?
Well,
Eunice.
Ez
Esmeralda.
is not here.
Oh yeah. What do we do?
Esmeralda has an idea of a lead that she is following, so she's going to follow up on that and meet us back at the tavern tonight.
Awesome. After sundown, I would love for you both to accompany me to meet this Lucian who has invited me here so that you guys are in the loop. And it's scary at night, and I don't want to go by myself because I feel like I'll die. To be totally honest with you. And you two are the
Why?
only
I
two
thought he was a
people in.
conductor.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about getting to him.
Oh.
And you two are two of the three people, or two of the four people in this town I trust with my life.
There is something off about this town. I felt it since the moment we got here.
There's just a lot of ravens, but I think we'll be fine. Just, I'll cover us.
74
I'll cover us. I will cover us when you guys can drink for the hour and a half hour I'll perform. Have your food, do whatever, party, enjoy it. It will be lively. It will be awesome. And then afterwards, we will go to the. I would love to go to the church with you two as protection. And then when we return, we can share a room. Somebody can have the bed. We can sleep on sleeping beds, but we have a room in the tavern also.
All right.
That sound okay to you both?
Keep your eyes out though, and don't give anyone else your full name.
What?
Why?
We don't know who we're dealing with here anymore.
What can my name do?
Let's just say,
Look at me. Do you think people are gonna not know who I am when they look at me?
all right, you take your life into your own hands. I'm just trying to
trust.
do what my job here.
I understand, and I trust you two. If I didn't trust you two, I wouldn't give out my name.
Trust me when I say, don't give out your full name to old women.
I will not do that anymore. I promise. What
Okay.
should I call myself?
Anything you want.
Just not my full name.
Just not your birth name.
Sounds good. All right, and Thomas will crack his back, and we'll walk into the.
So as you guys are standing there kind of having this conversation, you see like the tone gets really serious. And as you're doing that, you see there's an individual who's kind of nearby you. He walks up. We'll get it if we need it. He has a mini, but we will ignore that for now. This individual is bald-headed. If he was being played by anybody, he'd be playing by Vin Diesel. Like he's just a very
Yeah.
serious-looking man. His right arm is entirely pink. Like a very not neon, but like a fleshy, gross purple pink, and his fingers are massive. Like he basically looks like he only works out with that arm. Like it's just a massive,
Weird.
flesh strong. I mean, he's big, like he's Vin Diesel, but his right arm is way bigger, and he just has this kind of demonic look to it. It's very intense,
Like a bowler.
and he's got this this. You can almost see it leak up into his neck, whatever this is, this arm power is. And he looks at you and he says, "Hey, stop." What do you do?
What?
Stop what?
Stop with your malicious unhappiness. This is 100% serious. I can't not say that. Spreading negative opinions. It's illegal here.
I'm very happy, sir.
Then smile more. And he smiles, and you see he's missing 12 teeth.
I'm playing in the tavern. Will you join us and have fun?
I've got a job to do.
Shivel style, you see he's missing no teeth.
Wow, he's so good at this.
I know he is.
Come inside. I'll buy you a drink. We're having fun. We're just in a little bit of a heated moment. That is all. No unhappiness here.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
He says, "Stay smiling," and he walks away. And you see his cape kind of like backwards. He's got like a big like fur neck cape that he kind of like twirls around, and then you see on his side just a big axe, like Duncan's axe, but like this axe is like exquisite. Like it's clearly magical. It's like got runic Viking-esque carvings in its midsection, and the blade almost extends too far. It's that sharp. And it's a single-sided like great axe.
You think he's compensating for something?
On the side that his like smaller arm is on that side, and it's not like it should sit on his back, but because he wears this cape, he just like lets it drag against the ground.
Well, gentlemen, let's go inside. Let's eat. Let's eat. Let's drink. Let's have a fun time. Let's be happy.
What was up
All
with
right.
that guy?
I don't know. But like I said,
Smile.
this place is not right.
Smile. This place is not right. Let's go drink. And Thomas will go inside.
All right, so you guys head on back to the Blue Water Inn. All right. So as you head on back to the Blue Water Inn, is there anything that you guys would like to do while you're there?
Well, Thomas is going to get the party started.
Okay.
He's going to clean his loot again and cast Enhance Ability one last time. No, he's not. He's not going to do that. He's going to clean his loot, but he's not going to cast it. He's going to look at Ship. You got me?
Maybe. What are we talking about?
Well, will you help me with this performance in both ways, both the magical and the physical?
Sure.
Awesome. Can I get myself Bardic Inspiration?
I don't see why not. Is that what it
No,
says?
a creature other than yourself.
There you go. Now I see why not.
And Thomas will begin to play, and then we'll tell the story of Shiv and the werewolves, and we'll tell the story. And partway through, he will start describing when Shiv walked into the middle of this path in a lake and summoned the moon, and he'll be looking at Shiv and going, yeah, now.
All right. I guess she'll cast Moonbeam in an area that's uninhabited by people.
Okay, so this like moonbeam happens, and everyone's like, "Whoa!"
As Thomas is singing.
So go ahead and make a performance check, one with advantage, or both of you individually.
Will you give me advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
guide me too, or no?
No.
No, he cast moonbeam,
I
which
did
is
not.
concentration.
Well, one of them
Guidance
was
is also
bad,
concentration.
but the
least you had
good one was
advantage.
a 28.
28. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the best you've ever rolled on that. And your song is phenomenal to the point where
Oh,
you
sorry. 26.
you see Rictavio in the back is like, "Right, oh, you guys are amazing." Leave me alone. That is a character I played one time.
I know. We'll talk about.
I
it
know.
later. That was so funny.
But anyway, he's like, "You guys are amazing. Well done, well done." And the woman, the Ms. Mardikov says, "Brilliant. You've definitely earned your place tonight. Fantastic." And also, because of a 28, you have earned
26.
26. Thank you. Still good. Above 25 is enough to earn 30 golden tips.
Cool. I will give 10 to each of these two.
Sweet.
There you go.
Thanks.
Shiv has money again.
Thomas will start to play and not metagame, even though Joey wants to. I thought of something, but I can't tell them.
Sure. Is there anything you guys want to do? Do you want to explore this place that you're in currently, or do you want to?
Has Esmeralda
Shiv
come
is-
back yet?
Shiv is gonna grab Duncan.
Yeah.
Be like, you still have that feather?
Oh. Aye. Gets it out of his pocket. This one?
So give that to the that guy. Points at the
That guy. That's so great.
points at the shopkeeper.
What's the deal?
He wanted it.
Was he angry?
No, I don't think he was. No, he seemed more interested in it.
Go over to the bar. Keep. Which corner is he in?
The one closest to us, I'm assuming.
Like that one?
He should be up at the bar.
Other way.
Which one, the bar?
No,
Yeah.
Thomas is over here.
It's all good. This is not that big a deal. This is just
I'm just getting
this is a
immersed.
representation.
I'm getting immersed.
Getting immersed.
All right,
Perfect.
So
I have my Rictavio mini too. I'll get those out eventually.
Yeah.
We haven't needed them quite yet.
Can you reach? Can you stand and grab it with your hands?
I can. Also, is it this dark in the tavern?
I mean, the tavern has like
It's becoming night.
better lighting. I'm just saying it's nighttime.
It's
I can
becoming
do a
nighttime.
better.
I can have better lights.
Dude, my immersion.
My immersion.
My immersion.
My immersion.
Sorry if you don't like flashing lights.
Yeah. Well, flash warning. Whatever. This is fine. You understand.
Yeah.
And then, is our golem companion?
I mean, she's still in the wagon
she's
unless
still
you
in
guys
the
get her
wagon.
out.
Nope, she's
No,
in the
she's
wagon.
in the wagon.
She's in the wagon.
Everyone's like, no.
Nope.
She can take her nose off.
Don't need to
No.
deal with that. No, she's drunk anyway.
Yeah. All right, so I go up to the barkeep.
Okay, you go up to Mr. Mardukov. That's not in real life. That's in the headphones.
Did you push a button for that?
No.
Okay. I was like, should we pay attention?
No. I'll tell you
My
when it's
goodness.
intentional.
Things just happen.
Hi, Mr. Martikov.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I hear you're interested in my feather. And I hold up the feather.
And he's like holds out his hand.
Put it in his hand.
He's serious. Who did you get this from?
Your brother gave it to me at the winery.
Which one?
Adrian.
Damn it, it's true. That son of a bitch. Oh. Gosh, okay. Honey. And she's like, what? What? And he's like, we're going to go home soon. I know we have to be here for the auditions, but right after the auditions, we need to go and help. Son of a bitch. We need to go and help Adrian with his problem and with dear old dad. And she's like, well, who's going to watch the place? We could use the Wachter brothers, or we could leave it to Rictavio. We could talk to the Baron. We could also give it to the Rangers. Alright, if we're going to go help my brother, as you seem to care about, I need you to find someone to watch the place while we're gone.
Alright. Do you have someone in mind?
You could talk to the Wolf Hunters. They would keep it safe. The Wachter brothers have the nobility and the sway. Rictavio, should he not be drunk. Or, I guess you could talk to Lady Wachter herself. We don't particularly trust her. Or the Burgomaster could put guards outside the place and we could close it. But wine, it's the lifeblood of Barovia. People want to forget, not exist.
I see. Well,
So,
I'll look around and see who I can find.
would appreciate that.
Of course.
Got a week.
You have a week, yes. We will be leaving after the auditions.
Alright.
Son of a gun. Thank you for bringing the feather. I have great belief that you will keep your mouth shut as well.
Duncan just nods and walks away.
honey, I cannot believe this. And he
All right. So I go back and sit down with Shiv. Talk to him.
After his unbelievable performance in Shiv and the Werewolves.
yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Round on four this time. I will pay here, and he hands you a drink. Rictavio does.
Thank you. And he'll pretend to drink it. And we'll toss it literally over his shoulder.
Okay. Do you make any attempt to hide the fact that you did that, or
Yeah.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check then?
Oh, okay.
That's the roll that you
No,
need to make.
I know that's what it is.
Nice. It's
That's a
Good.
That's why it's in
D100.
bottles.
I just rolled a D100 instead of a D20.
Did you do well?
12.
he goes
I do not drink.
make a deception check.
19.
Sure, I will insight that. Oh, okay. 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 That's what he says. And then I would say it's getting late to the point where you guys are like, should we go to bed?
Is it sundown? Sun goes down.
Yeah, the sun
Almost
is
immediately.
down basically.
Almost immediately after the sun goes down, I'll stop.
All
I'll
right.
say thank you, and I will say, and now. My name's gone.
Great. I don't know what you're gonna do then.
Hold on.
I was gonna go talk to Rictavio real quick after.
And
Sure.
now, the wonderful Rictavio.
So as he's performing, what are you talking to Rictavio about?
I go to Rictavio and I said, "Hey, stop by your friend's shop earlier today."
Oh, so you talked to Blinsky.
Yeah, he's a lovely fellow.
He's certainly resourceful and helpful.
So you're a circus master, are you?
That's what I did before I was traveling. Yes.
Oh, you don't do it anymore.
No. I'm much too old for that.
When'd you give it up? Why?
I gave it up when the world became too dangerous to travel alone.
That was a while ago.
That's a good line.
Well, I don't know what to do.
I will then I will do what Rictavio would do, as Duncan's just like, I don't know what to do with this guy. And he goes, Did you want something? Did you want to know something?
I was just curious. It's not often you see a circus traveling through a place like this, so. But it makes sense that you disbanded it a while back.
Right. I still have the wagon. I guess I'm one out then. I could still sell my little knickknacks should I run out of money. But telling stories! I've done well for myself. Telling all the truth. No lies.
No lies, huh?
Mm-hmm. Aye, would you like to hear one?
Please, tell me a story.
Okay. I'll tell you a great story. This is just for you, Duncan. One time, I heard of this man. No simple man. A half-elf like myself. He was traveling. Alone. With his long coat, he was on horseback, and he came across the sound of howling wolves. But they were no wolves. They were but the eyes of the devil himself, staring and looking into the soul of the man that was riding alone, the innocent ranger. But as the innocent ranger drew forth his whip and his sword, he looked to his right and looked to his left, and he knew he was surrounded. But instead he called forth the voice and said, "Devil, flee from him! Devil, flee from me!" And that was the words that uttered from his mouth, and the wolves waited. But stepping forth from an appearing mist was, indeed, the devil. But not in the way that you would expect, not in the horned sense or the red-colored skin. No, but a pale man, nose cocked back, like his ego. As he approached intensely, he drew forth his hands, long nails, and sliced downward the wolf. Nearby, unaware, slicing down the wolf as a sign of prowess, the devil stood there. And he said to the man, "I know who you are and I know why you've come, but I wish to toy and only play. But the man drew forth his whip, and he whipped in the direction, striking his cheek. The devil smiled gladly and turned to mist, flying away, and said, "I will see you again, young man." And see him again he did, for when the young man approached the castle in which the devil lived, he was allowed entry, the drawbridge opening, and he walked in, hearing a beautiful sound. He knew not when or how, but the devil would strike, and the devil did strike. He struck hard, and he appeared from behind and twisted the man's neck, only to say that when you are invited into the home of a vampire, that is when they will kill. Not before, not after. And that is just a simple lesson that I learned from the truth stories. These true stories are all true.
So how is it, if this is true, that you've come to know of it?
Because the devil speaks proudly of his kill, of his conquest.
You speak with the devil?
Not in the traditional sense, no.
What sense?
The devil tells someone, and then that someone tells someone else, and then that someone else tells me.
Is the devil here in Barovia?
Yes, yes indeed.
I see. Well, very interesting, sir.
It's known by many names, but the devil is one of them.
Do you know where the devil lives?
At the top,
Of.
you'll know.
Mm-hmm. Well, good evening to you.
And good night to you, Duncan. Drink on me! And he gets you an ale.
Of course, Duncan's gonna
Yeah.
take it.
And when the wench comes back with the 2 ales, Rictavio does not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. And then I go back to Shiv to catch up.
Yep. So now you're all back together.
Mm-hmm.
When I announce Octavio,
Rictavio.
Oh, wait. You're sitting down.
Yeah, you
too.
announce Rictavio. Rictavio walks up. That's why Rictavio does not return.
I will say, the floor is yours, orator.
And he begins to weave a tale of a traveling hunter that like
Blah,
does the
blah.
story. Blah 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 blah. Kills a bear. It's cool.
3 bears.
Kills a bear. He'd love it. It's cool.
It's a good story. I mean,
And I will
we don't have
return,
time for that.
And I will return to these 2 men and say, "Sun has gone down. Let us walk to the church. We can discuss on the way to the church. Sound good? What we need to discuss, if we need to discuss anything. Because remember, we have to smile all the time."
Esmeralda hasn't shown up yet. I'm quite concerned. It's not like her to
She can handle
be
herself.
caught up. She can, which is what makes me wonder.
Well, if she is getting her things, she knows the 2 places will be.
Maybe the devil got her.
Maybe.
The swords are so not real, Shiv. Come on. Let's go to the church.
On our way out, I stopped to let what's our zombie's name? Our golem's name.
Fizz.
Vasilka?
Vasilka. I let Vasilka know to tell Esmeralda where we're going.
With her mouth that works.
I write it down. Shut up. I write it down.
I mean, hey, oh man. So yeah, you hand
Let
it
her
to you hand it to her,
You tell her.
and she takes it, she looks at it, she flips it over, and she begins to draw on it.
Just, alright, cool. And we leave.
All right, you leave this innocent young flesh golem, and you and you head on towards the church.
Slight pause.
Yes, I don't know what else to call her.
Thing.
Technically young, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
So you go to the church. The doors are closed. The lights are off. What would you like to do?
I will call out. Should I yell right now?
Why don't we just knock on the door?
I'll knock on the door.
So it like it echoes really loudly, and you hear you hear this like walking up to the door. I'm gonna get the sound just because I want to do it.
Walking down all the stairs.
All the stairs.
All the stairs.
And opening the door is a man in a that is so creepy. I love it. Opening the door is a man that is like wearing like all black, but has like red stripes, like thick red stripes, like as wide as like 2 inches, running down his suit, and his collar is like one of those like white furled things, not the big ones, but like just enough that it peeks out. And his hairline is like super thin along the sides, and it pulls back into a ponytail that extends, and like his head on top like really slicked back, like just a really tight ponytail. And he's wearing like red mascara like right along his eyes that kind of like twirls down, and the like middle of his lips are done, just the middle in red. And he says, "Hello, I'm Father Lucian Petrovich. Welcome to St. Andrew's. How can I help you?"
Lucian, hello.
"Should I know you?"
Thomas Rogers.
"Ah, Rogers in the flesh." And he holds out his hand. His fingers like bony, as he's showing his age.
Shake his hand.
You shake his hand. Immediately shaking his hand, you feel warmth. Like it's a warm handshake. It's got an innocence to it. And he shakes your hand, pulls it away, holding on for a little too long, and like kind of like drags his finger along your pointer finger when he pulls away. Like it's just that little like very strange. And he says, "And you are?"
I'm Duncan.
He holds out his hand as well.
Tentatively give it a curt shake and then let go.
You do, and he like does the whole like Henry Cavill reloads his fist type situation, shakes his arm, and then goes to touch, and then pulls away, in a recoil, choosing not to even get your name.
Like,
And he says,
He's racist.
"You know you're a week early, Thomas."
Yes, well, I have a couple of more business things to take care of before the audition, of course. I believe I need to speak to a few people in charge of this town, but I figured I would come and say hello.
Yes. Did you happen to find? I was able to send invitations to all of the potential leads I wanted to have star in the show. If you had any chance to meet any of the ladies.
I have not. No.
I sent invitations to 3 ladies. I sent one to Castle Ravenloft. I sent one to Barovia. And I sent one to Kresk. Are you sure you have not seen my invitations?
I'm not sure.
Just there's 3 women that I think would just be perfect for the lead role. And you, of course, are one of the 3 men that I sent letters to. I believe that seeing you all do your best would be the deciding vote. The auditions are a very important part of Valaki's traditions in the way that we put on our shows. It is almost an event, the auditions.
Could you describe the women to me, so if I see them, I could recognize them?
Yes, one of them is the daughter of someone very important. She has dark hair, she's lovely, she's beautiful in herself. She enjoys the company of strong men.
What's her name?
That would be too easy, Thomas.
Lucy.
The other, a red-headed woman. Strong, independent, but scared. You'll find her with a brother. And the last, a silent woman, but one with hope and intent, an understanding of the show like no other. And I believe she would be great. And the men? No, I'm not telling you at all.
Lucian.
No.
You can't expect me to prepare when I not know how.
You know the songs. Yes. You know the role. You know... I love that sound actually right now. You know the intentions. You know what the show would bring. But you know not who you are up against.
I understand. I just seek to be as prepared as they.
They
Is there
are
any-
as prepared as you.
Advice you can give to give an edge or so.
Practice with someone. Know the dichotomy, the duality of both parts. The woman singing and the man singing, and why those harmonies match. And why they are intended. For when your vibratos are in sync, it will be like one note. And beautiful. And he stares off for way too long and comes back and says, "Now, I believe you have an audition to prepare for." Ah, and Duncan. It was very nice to meet you, finally.
What was that? Thomas says.
You tell me. This is your man you're meeting.
I mean, I've received plenty of letters from him. Obviously, he is obsessed with his show.
I've never met this man in my life, and he seems to be expecting me.
Do I have my letter, my original invitation?
Mm-hmm.
Seem to be expecting Viz
Does
as
it
well.
say anything interesting?
That's right, Chef.
I mean,
What-
it's addressed to you, but
What about Viz?
He seemed to be expecting her.
It described
I
her.
mean, he can't. It's no. Like,
He said a
She can't
silent
sing.
woman. She said a silent woman.
does she have an invitation?
I don't know.
I don't know if
we
she
haven't
direct.
asked.
I
I
mean,
don't know
look,
if she'd
this
know if
is
she
what
did.
mine looked like, and I showed them
Mhm.
my invitation. Did she have anything like this?
We never asked.
We never checked.
Are you sure? Do either of them recognize?
you guys were in. It was literally when you guys were both in the old lady's apartment in Kresk. She pulled out
Yeah,
an
that's right.
invitation.
That's right.
I thought it was when he was upstairs.
No, she had one.
That's
Well-
right.
We need the lyrics.
Do you have someone in mind?
Well, there are some druids that probably won't need their voices back at the winery.
We have a week until we have to be back. It takes 3 hours to get from here to Kresk. It takes 3 hours to get back. We need to speak to the burgomaster about protection for the orchestra. And we need to, I'm assuming, accompany Erwin back to the Wizard of Wine.
Aye.
Yeah.
I feel that we can have a discussion about the best way to do all of those things at the same time, if we would like to. We can travel with Erwin's men and the Burgomaster's men, and we can split while they go to Kresk and we go to the Wizard of Wine. We help with the Wizard of Wine. We return to Kresk. We return back with the orchestra, and that'll be probably about a week after setting everything up.
Could be.
Do you have anything you need to accomplish?
We need to find out more about what's going on in this town.
Yeah, he was creepier than I expected him to be.
I'm telling you, man. Valaki's bad news. I don't like it. Why have we got to smile? I don't like smiling.
I don't know.
Shouldn't be illegal to not smile.
I think that it would be in our best interest to... Now, remember, after the auditions, you two are free to go. After I pay you, of course.
Aye, in a week.
So, until then, I guess we are still a team.
Suppose we are.
Unless, of course.
This has turned into much more of a job than a simple escort.
Hey, yeah, this is a lot more than I wanted you to do, too. Believe me. I'm paying you so much more money than I thought I was going to. I
Do
thought
more, get paid
I thought
more.
it was just. I
Exactly.
thought it was just go.
Well, I say we meet up with Esmeralda.
How? Where is she?
She's going to meet us back at the tavern.
Probably.
So let's get a good night's rest, wait for Esmeralda, set off in the morning, begin our work.
And don't forget to smile.
Okay. As you guys all head back to the Blue Water Inn, carefully looking around, seeing the guards, seeing people going home, the lanterns being the only thing to light your paths, you navigate to the Blue Water Inn and you get to the front door, and it is locked. You do a quick glance on the inside. You see that there is the Martikovs, who recognize your appearances and open the door. And they say, "I'm sorry. We locked the doors.
Understandable.
But
Do
you're,
not
of
apologize.
course, allowed in. You have all three been presented. As the bardic talents would presume, you are all allowed to spend the night here.
We also take
we have 2
Vizen
more.
with us.
You have 2 more men, women. Or should they
2
be?
women.
Would they be needing their own rooms? What's the intent here? You'll have to pay for them, unfortunately. I can only provide
2
one.
rooms.
2 rooms
Total.
2 rooms total. Yes.
One room. 2 because you.
It
of
is
course,
late. We will handle payment tomorrow. I trust
Absolutely.
you. That will be handled off camera, I'm sure. And
It's
yes,
a camera.
also, Esmeralda stopped by.
Yes.
She said something. Yes. And he goes over to his wife and he grabs a little piece of pulled piece of paper, and he says, "Got wrapped up in something. I wish I could explain. Careful. There are more demons than just the one devil here." Esmeralda.
What does that mean?
Well, the devil was a vampire in the
What?
story.
What story?
In Ricky T's story.
I mean,
I'm pretty
Octavio.
confident we're seeing signs of a vampire lording over this town. Possibly all of Barovia.
oh great.
Possibly the world.
The world. Well, I suppose 1 room will do.
Okay. Should we... You are welcome to park your carriage around back.
Yes, we will.
Also, she did say there is this, and she written on this is the code word, which I will tell you eventually. The code word for, I just don't remember it off the top of my head. The code word for activating her wagon to let the animals move.
Yep.
So he hands you that. I said, I didn't open this. I have no idea what it is. He hands you that. So you guys have the code word, and you can move the wagon to the back. You move the wagon to the back, and you see there's just hundreds of ravens in the back barn where the horses are. They're just sitting in there. You'll worry about that later. And you push the wagon in there.
Shiv's counting now.
Okay, well, you'll get to that.
Shiv just moonbeams the bar.
You guys all go in. You bring
the
Viz.
whole time, by the way.
You bring Viz inside. Thomas, I'm sure you double check. Yes, she does have an invitation. And she's all wrapped up. She gets let in. You guys go to your one room. You sit down. You light one candle. Get yourselves ready for bed. And we're gonna pick up there next time.
Yes.
Wow.
So thank you once again for watching Crow's Curtain Call tonight. It has been a blast. I hope all will be well, and don't forget to smile. You have to. We'll see you next time.